today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we have arrived at the start of another NFL season, the most exciting time of the year. And CD, both of these storied teams we're about to see trying to take a step forward this year. Philadelphia, a lot of optimism there that they can get in the postseason and make some... Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Now Scott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 39, Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's gone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. Seibert able to knock this one through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Let's go now. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
They go play action with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Goff. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Goff now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives. And
now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time an interception return for another score. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff, that one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Oh, There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On the carry, this is Scott. Shifts past him at the 45. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. He's got Smith here. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain an 18-point lead. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
From the 36, Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Matthew Stafford with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. We'll get this up to about the 44. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Scott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is Smith with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 14 yards. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Back to throw, Goff. On the slant, this is Chark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Goff on target to Hockenson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Davion Taylor from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. On the handoff, this is Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sand. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jared Davis in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On 1st and 10, Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
From the red zone now, Goff.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. James Mitchell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Goff looking to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now Scott. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Hurts. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense set to take over. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. On 1st down, it's gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Again, a run with Gainwell. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Sermon.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Up the middle, here's Sermon.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Philadelphia, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.